I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted scenes, the sound here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways, the atmosphere as thrilling here as always, and the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I've spent so many mornings just trying to resist you. I'm trembling now. You can't know how I've missed you. Missed the fairy tale adventure in this ever-spinning playground. We were young together. I'm coming out of makeup. The lights already burning. Not long until the cameras will start turning. And the early morning madness and the magic in the making. Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye. I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I come home at last, and this time will be bigger and brighter than we met. So watch me fly. You all know I can do it. Can I stop myself from shaking? Has there ever been a moment with so much to live for? The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. So much to say, not just today, but always. We'll have early morning madness. We'll have magic in the making. Why, everything's as if we never said goodbye. Oh, please, don't ever, ever make me say goodbye.
The absolute fantastic sounds of my first guest today, Donna Glass. Good afternoon, Donna.
Good afternoon, Mark. Pleasure to be here.
I tell you what, that's a very, very appropriate song. From the musical Sunset Boulevard, As If We'd Never Said Goodbye. And I'll tell the listeners why it's so relevant, because you came back to Scotland after being away for a number of years.
26 to be exact, yes.
26 years.
My original plan was to go away for 3 months, and it turned into 26 years. How that happened, I don't know.
So you are Donna Glass. You're a professional singer. You spent many years out in Benidorm.
That's right.
And so where did it all start for you? Because I did say, and Jeff, at the end of Jeff's show there, I did say that you had been singing for many, many years, and you did say in the other studio, more than you care to remember, because
Yes.
you have done this for a long time.
A very long time.
But let's
yes.
take it right back to the start. When did you discover that you had the voice and you had the passion for singing?
Well, at a young age, 5, 6 years old, I was always singing in the house. And then at the age of 7, I remember the Gala Week. As we know, the small local communities around here, they all have their talent contests and various activities going on. And I remember saying to my mum for about a week beforehand, you need to take me down, I want to sing, I want to sing. And eventually she said, okay, come on, we'll go along, not knowing what to expect. And I got up to sing and was lucky enough to win the talent contest. And there was so much talent in Trinent that one of the local councillors decided it would be a good idea to put on a show to show the rest of East Lothian how talented all these youngsters were in Trinent. So it was very successful. And from that came a group called the Dynamics.
Right.
And there was 9 of us all together, and we went round the whole of East Lothian, local clubs, community centres, putting on shows, all doing individual little acts, and we raised money for charity. And that went on for about 3 years. We bought 2 kidney machines for the Royal Infirmary in Edinburgh.
I thought you were going to say for the Dynamics.
And I think it lasted, about 3.5 years altogether.
So that was your first start into the singing game.
That was, yeah.
And then when did it develop into becoming a solo singer?
Well, when the Dynamics disbanded, I had the bug then. I decided that I wasn't going to stop. I wanted to keep on singing. And at that time, clubs, there was loads of clubs, weekends, there was always local talent contests, but the problem was it was mainly for adults. There was very little for juniors, so I ended up having to compete against adults. And by this time, I think I was about maybe 12, 13 years old, and the majority of the talent contests have either got agents or someone as a judge that can promote you, and that's how it happened. I became well known in the community, and one of the agents from Musselburgh offered me a gig, and it all went from there.
And there's been no looking back.
And there's been no looking back.
So you started doing that, and you were obviously in those days. I mean, the social clubs and the miners' clubs and everything. It was a really, really vibrant scene. It was busy. There was clubs everywhere.
It was.
We still had pits actually, so that's a point.
My dad was a miner, yeah, from a mining family. I am.
And my granddad was a miner as well, so it was good to have all these clubs. But then, where did that you said that you want to go away for 3 months? That was the plan, and you disappeared off to Benidorm, and then spent 26 years.
A few things happened in between. I started travelling. I went down to Blackpool, summer seasons, and then I went down to Wales. I was there for a few months, and an agent in Wales said to me, we're looking for a female singer to go to Benidorm for 3 months. Would you be interested? By that time, I was about 18, and at 18, who doesn't want to go to Benidorm for 3 months? I thought, working holiday, I've got the best of both worlds. So off I went with my sister. And when the 3 months was up, I was offered an extended contract where I was working, decided to try it out for a year, and that's how it all happened.
And then 26 years
26 years later.
Now, I'm listening to your accent. I've worked with you a few times since
Yes.
you came back. I'm listening to your accent, but I've no doubt that your accent has got stronger back in the East Lothian Trinent sort of twang since you
Probably.
came back.
Yes.
But we were saying at the top there, we played that song as if we never said goodbye, and that's quite relevant because when you came back, tell us about...
It was lovely. The club that we've both appeared in up in Trinent.
Yeah.
I was doing my first gig in Trinent, and all the people that I'd known for many, many years, they had all come out to see me, and that was my opening song. And the right at the very end of the song, there's a line and it says, "I've come home at last," and they all started clapping and cheering. It was almost like the local girl's done good and she's come back, you know, and it was really nice. It was a very, very moving moment for me.
I've got the same thing. Usually when I sing, I'm coming home and I'm going home, and I get a big cheer. That's usually when I'm leaving. So we're going to be talking about things that are in the next segment. We're going to be talking about things that have been happening for you since you came back, and the difference between performing out in Benidorm and performing back here. But we're going to play another one of your songs. I'm going to be squeezing in as many as we can. Now, this is a Bonnie Raitt song.
It's a Bonnie Raitt song. We've had loads of different versions over the years. My particular favourite is George Michael, because I'm a huge George Michael fan. I love his version. Although you can't take it away from Bonnie Raitt. She's a fantastic singer and songwriter, and it's one of her songs, and it's a particular favourite of my husband's as well. So, yeah.
Oh.
Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't, and I can't make your heart feel something that it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I will feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't, if you don't. I close my eyes, then I can see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me some time to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't, and I can't make your heart feel something that it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart, and I will feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't, if you don't. If you don't.
That's Donna Glass. Going to be back after the new single from ELO.
You walked with me, footprints in the sand, and held me understand. walked with me when I was all alone, with so much unknown along the way. Then I heard you say, I promise you I'm always there when your heart is filled with sorrow and despair, and I'll carry you when you need a friend. You'll find my footprints in the sand. I see my life flash across the sky. So many times have I been so afraid, and just when I thought I lost my way, you gave me strength to carry on. That's when I heard you say, I promise you I'm always there when your heart is filled with sorrow and despair, and I'll carry you when you need a friend. You'll find my footprints in the sand. Oh, when I'm weary, I know you'll be there, and I can feel you when you say, I promise you I'm always there when your heart is filled with sadness and despair, and I'll carry you when you need a friend. You'll find my footprints in the sand. When your heart is filled with sadness and despair, I'll carry you when you need a friend. You'll find my footprints in the sand. Ooh, in the sand.
What a beautiful song.
Leona Lewis, you can't go wrong with some of her big ballads.
If you have just tuned in, I'm talking to Donna Glass, who has been around the world and back, which is Lisa Stansfield. She's on that. Another great song by another great singer. But you spent all these years out in Benidorm, but then in the wider part of Spain as well.
Yes, that's right. The first few years I was there in Benidorm working with a 5-piece band, something unheard of nowadays, but it was a great experience. And then I went on tour with an even bigger band, doing all the fiestas in Spain, and saw lots of beautiful places all over the country. Then I came back to Benidorm when I became pregnant with my daughter, and worked in a piano bar for a couple of years because I was kind of hidden behind the piano. And then I went solo again, just on my own, doing cabaret spots all over, lots of different venues in Benidorm.
Now, a lot of people will ask the singers that are on the circuit here, have you ever fancied going abroad and doing it abroad? As the other question is, about cruise ships and all the rest. But tell us about what it is like to work as a solo singer out on the continent, I suppose, because it's a really, really busy life, isn't it?
It is. It's a very busy life. It's changed a lot in the last few years. When I first went there, it was quite difficult because we had the task of work permits and residency permits, and that's not such an issue nowadays, which means that you're having lots of people going out there looking for work, and there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of tribute acts now, which we didn't have maybe back about 7 or 8 years ago. And it's now become more of a resort, I would say, that attracts a younger age group. We've got lots of stags and stag parties, hen parties. And for people like myself, at the busy time of year, you can end up doing 3-4 shows a night running from place to place, because they want to take advantage, I suppose, of their busy times of year.
Yeah.
So it's quite tiring. I worked for the last, I would say, 12 years. I worked every night for, I would say maybe at least 2 shows a night, sometimes 3.
So, I mean, physically, and mentally as well, it
It's draining.
must be really, really hard to switch off.
Yes,
and,
it is.
and
It is.
I've interviewed loads and loads of people and spoken to loads of people over the years who have done it, and they said, the good thing is that you can have, your day in the sun and then be working at night. But if you're working as hard as you were, you just don't have time for that.
It doesn't work that way. When you're going on holiday, it's lovely to be able to be in the sun all day and go and do what you want at night. But when you actually live there, your kids are born there, they go to school there, then you've got the same daily chores that you have everywhere else.
Yeah.
And then just at the end of the day, when you're exhausted and you want to calm down, you've got to paint your smile on and go out and entertain all the holiday makers. So no, it's not an easy life. It was lovely and I enjoyed my years there. I wouldn't change it for the world, but it was, when I came back here 3 years ago, I was pretty burned out, I would say, yeah.
I was going to come to that point, and that naturally just takes us on to the next part, which is then you must have found a bit of a change, because now when you're back here, you're working Friday, Saturday, Sunday predominantly.
Yes.
So you have this time midweek that is, I suppose, a bit of a luxury that you never had for many years.
That I never had. I'm only just learning to relax now after 3 years. Yes, it's a big change. It's a big change for me. I feel like a part-timer now. Which I suppose I am. And the biggest change that I have seen is the lack of live musicians that we have now, and everyone's got to go self-contained, which is quite sad.
It's quite sad, and but unfortunately, it's a sign of the times, because the money just isn't there for the venues, and the punters, I suppose, the numbers in the venues. It doesn't warrant it. Unfortunately, nowadays, I miss it too as well.
Yes,
it's but. You've made that transition. You obviously were doing that in Benidorm. You were working with your backing tracks, and you've come back. But you see the lack of live musicians, and it's a bit sad.
It is. It's really sad. There's still a few of them that you can go in and find a keyboard player and a drummer maybe, but I don't think there's anything quite like the buzz that you get from live music. But we've just all had to adapt to the times, and that's the way it is. So self-contained it is. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying going round all the different places and meeting up with people who maybe gone to Benidorm on holiday and come to venues to see me, remember me from there. Are you the same wee lassie we saw over there? So it's nice. I'm enjoying it.
So talking about the buzz, I mean, that's, you still get that buzz, you still enjoy it as much as 20 odd years ago?
I think the day that I stop getting the buzz is the day that I've got to give it up.
Yeah.
I think you've got to love what you do, but you've got to have this passion, this fire inside you. You want to do it, you need to do it. And I think when you lose that, then you're just as well giving it up.
The risk of getting a slap, you've been around the block. You've been there, done it, wore the t-shirt. I have a question I normally ask everybody, and that is, what advice would you give anybody who wanted to get involved in the business? Because you've seen both sides of it. You've seen the working with the live musicians, and you now see how the business has developed. But if somebody was sitting and saying, "Oh, I've got a voice and I want to do it," what advice would you give?
Well, I think nowadays too many people get, I think because karaoke has become quite predominant over the last few years, people think that because they can sing a few songs on the karaoke, they can go up on stage and entertain. And one thing is being able to sing a song, another one is being able to sell it.
Yep.
and entertain people and draw them in and keep them there. Because you can maybe do it for one song or two songs, but when you've got to go up for an hour, 2 hours, you know yourself, Mark, how hard it can be to keep that audience within your grasp for the whole night and be able to entertain them and be versatile. So I would just say go out and learn the trade, because it is a trade. It's something that has to be learned. It's something that comes with experience over the years. And going on stage and singing is all very well, but there's so much more to it that people don't realise. And I think that's the advice that I would give.
Very wise words. Learn your craft. Great stuff. Now, we're going to play another one of your songs, and it's a duet. And
It's a duet.
if I remember rightly, Barbara Dixon and...
Barbara Streisand. And Celine Dion.
Ah, they did it, that's right.
That's right, yes.
And who's duetting with you?
This is a song that I recorded with my best friend, and it's very rare for two female singers to become best friends. You know as well as I do that there's a lot of competition out there and a lot of backstabbing, but I met my friend Jane in Benidorm many years ago, and she now lives down in Liverpool. And we just hit it off right from day one, and we did perform together a few times, and I miss her dearly, I really do. So we recorded this one together, and I hope they're going to enjoy listening to it.
This is called Tell Him.
I'm scared, so afraid to show I care. Will he think me weak if I tremble when I speak? Ooh, life, there's another one he's thinking of. Maybe he's in love. I feel like a fool. Life can be so cruel. I don't know what to do. I've been there with my heart out in my hand, but what you must understand, you can't let the chance to love him pass you by. Tell him that the sun and moon rise in his eyes. Reach out to him and whisper tender words so soft and sweet. Hold him close to feel his heartbeat. Love will be the gift you give yourself. Touch him with the gentleness you feel When I was a little girl, I had a rag doll, the only doll I ever owned. Now I love you just the way I love that rag doll. Only now my love has grown. 'Cause it gets deeper in every way. It gets stronger, baby. Let me say, it gets higher day by day. And do I love you, my river deep, mountain high, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? And oh, I love you, baby, 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 baby. When you were a young boy, did you have a puppy? It always followed you around. Well, I'm gonna be as faithful as that puppy. No, I will never let you down. 'Cause it goes on and on like the river flows. It gets deeper, baby, as it grows. It gets higher, never knows. Do I love you, my river deep, mountain high, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, I love you, baby, 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 baby. I love you, baby, like the flowers love the spring. And I love you, baby, just like Tina loves to sing. And I love you, baby, like a schoolboy loves a friend. I love you, baby, river deep, mountain high, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, I love you, baby, 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 baby. Do I love you, my river deep, mountain high, yeah, yeah, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, I love you, baby, 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 baby.
Ah, there we go. It's a big number. It's a big number.
It is, yeah. We've just been, as we mentioned there in the break, about doing upbeat numbers.
Yeah.
You've got to do that. You've got to keep the people entertained. They like to dance nowadays. And as we all know, we've got to keep it nice and lively. I do love the big ballads, but just one every now and again.
One every now and again. Yeah, no, it's all about being upbeat and keeping it going. So that's what people would expect to see if they book Donna Glass.
Yes.
Yeah. And how would people book Donna Glass? There's a good question.
Well, at the moment, I'm working for Caledonian. I'm only working through them because I just like to keep it nice and simple. I've got quite a busy life away from the entertainment as well, with my kids and home life. And so through Caledonian Agency is who I'm working for, yeah.
It's brilliant. So that's how people can find. And if people want to buy your CDs or get in touch, what would be the best way to do that?
Well, I have a Facebook page, Donna Glass UK. So if anybody wants to join or wants to get in touch with me, then they can do it through that.
So the 6 tracks that we've played today, well, we've still got one more that we're going to play, but the 6 tracks that you've done, they're available. And there's 2 different CDs
Yes.
that you've got. One is called Donna Glass and the other one is called
All by myself. Yes.
Because you just did that one on your own.
I did that one. All by myself is one of my favourite songs actually, and it was the one at the end, the big number to finish off with. So that was the one that I decided to use as a title for my CD. This one's actually about 14 years old now, but the other one's a little bit more up to date.
14 years old?
14 years.
Can't believe you've been doing this that long.
Oh, even longer than that. I've been doing it now for 39 years.
Bloomin' heck. That's all I can say. Donna, it just leaves me to say thank you very much. It's been a pleasure for you to come into Black Diamond. It's been a pleasure for us to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed my chatting to you, Mark. Thank you very much indeed.
And we're going to play one final song, which is, it's a song that Sting, I think he wrote it actually.
He did.
Recorded it.
He did.
And it was done in this version, I suppose, by Eva Cassidy.
That's right, yeah, And one of my best friends is playing guitar for me in this one as well, from Spain, who used to do a Freddie Mercury tribute, believe it or not. A guy called Moff, very talented musician, and he actually made my CDs for me. So this is like a small tribute to him.
Brilliant, excellent. Donna Glass, thanks very much.
Thank you.
You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze a while among the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? And you can tell the sun in his jealous sky while we walk in fields of gold. I never made promises lightly, and there have been some I've broken, but I swear in the days still left we will walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields some are broken, but I swear in the days still left, we will walk in fields of gold. We'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days upon the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down, where you lie in fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves upon the fields of barley, and you can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields of gold. When we walked in fields.
Online at blackdiamondfm.com.